Hello everyone, my name is Apurv Yadav from batch number 15, serial number 537. This is a video presentation on R squared and mean squared error. So without any further ado, let's begin with our session. R squared is the statistical measure of how close the data are to the fitted regression line. It is the measure of response variables that is explained by linear model. This is a formula of R squared, which is explained variation upon total variation. It is also known as coefficient of determination or coefficient of multiple determination for multiple regression. Now let's see the parameters in deciding the performance of the model using R squared. The value of R squared should be always between 0 and 100%, where 0 indicates the model explains none of the variability of response data around its mean, and 100% indicates that the model explains all its variability of the response data around its mean. The higher the value of R square determines the less difference between predicted values and actual values, and hence represents a very good model. Now let's see the graphical representation of R squared values for regression model. As you can see in this graph, which is x and y axis, these are all the actual points on the x and y axis. This is the best fit regression line, and this is the mean of actual variable values. Now you can see that the difference between the actual point and the regression line is known as sum of squares of residual error, also known as SSE, and the difference between the regression line and the mean value is called sum of squares of regression, also known as SSR, and the difference between the actual point and the mean is known as sum of squares of total, called SST. These are all the parameters which help in generating the formula for R square. Now let's see the key limitation of R squared. R square cannot determine whether the coefficient estimates and predictions are based, which is why you must access the residual points. R squared does not indicate whether a regression model is adequate. You can have a low R squared value for a good model or a high R squared value for a model that does not even fit the data. Now, after seeing the limitations of R squared, let's go on to mean squared error. Mean squared error or mean squared deviation of an estimator measures the average of S squared error, that is, average squared difference between the estimated values and true values. It is a risk function corresponding to expected values of the squared error loss. It is always known negative, and values close to zero are better. The MSE is second moment of the error about the origin and thus incorporates both variance of the estimator and its bias. Now let's see the formula for mean squared error. It is 1 upon n of the summation of squares of actual minus forecast values, where n is the number of items, actual is the original or observed y value, forecast is y value from the regression. This is the graphical representation of mean squared error. This is a graph on x and y axis, and these are all the points on it. This is the best fit regression line. Now let's take a case where this point is known as y and this point is known as y dash. We calculate the difference between y and y dash, and it is known as a residual error. We calculate this difference for all these points and then add them. And at last we divide it by the total number of points, and this is how we get the mean squared error. This is the Python implementation of R squared and mean squared error. First of all, we will find R squared. We have used R2 square using sklearn.metrics. First, we have imported as R2 square from sklearn.metrics. Y true is the actual value and y pred is the predicted value. We have found R2 square, R2 score from y true and y preds. We get the result as 0.81995. Now we have find the mean squared error. We have used scikit-learn for mean squared error. First, we have imported the libraries and used the same dataset as R2 square. We used mean squared error for y true and y breadth. We got the result as 0.21606. For code 2, we have used NumPy module. We can also use it for getting R2 square, mean squared error. We have taken the same dataset as earlier. We have used np.square for np.subtract between y actual and y prediction, and then taken the mean of it. We have again got the same value for as in sklearn, which is 0.21606. Now, for the combined implementation of R squared, here is the Python code on how to calculate mean squared error or R squared error while working on regression model. We have used sklearn.matrix, mean squared error, and R2 square for calculating mean squared error and R2 squared errors. We have used sklearn Boston housing dataset in for training and multiple linear regression model using sklearn underscore model linear regression. First, we have imported all the necessary packages from Python. We have imported pandas, sklearn, model selection, pre-processing, linear model, pipeline metrics, and dataset. This is the dataset, and we have used X as for data and Y as target. First, we have created a training and testing split. Next, we have fitted the pipeline using training dataset and related labels. Next, we have calculated the predicted values for training and testing data. Now, for the performance, we have first used mean squared error, and we have taken the float value for zero point 0.3. And next we have used r squared for r2 squared to get the value. So for the training dataset, we got mean squared error as 22.545, and for testing dataset, we got 21.517. For R2 score, we got for training that 0.743, and for testing dataset, we got 0.711. So in the conclusion, we can say that mean squared error representation of error, which is nothing but sum of squared of difference of actual and predicted estimated values. R2 squared represent the fraction of response variance captured by a regression model. The disadvantage of using MSE is that the value of MSE varies based on whether the value of response variable is scaled or not. If scaled, MSE will lower, and if not scaled, it will get lower. Now, for the conclusion, we get that R2 square does not indicate whether the regression model is adequate or not. We can get very good value for R2 square for a model which is very bad. The disadvantage of MSE is that it is not very scalable. We can get scaled values for MSE will be lower than unscaled values. Last, I would like to say thank you, and I hope that you got some insight about R2 square or R squared and mean squared error. Thank you.